You're not on land anymore. There's no street, no city, no quiet place to step away. Just steel, ocean, and 5,000 people depending on each other to survive. You're 18 years old, standing on the deck of a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier the size of a city block. The wind is violent. The engines scream. Fighter jets launch just meters away from where you're standing. And in that moment, you realize something. You're no longer a civilian. You're part of one of the most powerful military machines ever built. And this is your life, at every rank. You're 18, fresh out of training. No experience, no reputation. Just orders. Your world is now a floating city that never stops moving. You wake up in a cramped berth with dozens of others. No privacy. No silence. The lights come on before your body is ready. You don't ask questions. You follow. Your job: basic maintenance, cleaning, carrying, learning. You scrub floors that will be dirty again in an hour. You memorize safety drills because mistakes here don't mean embarrassment. They mean fire, flooding, death. The ocean doesn't forgive, and neither does this environment. You're at the bottom, but you're watching everything, because up here, rank is survival. You're 21. You're no longer invisible. Now, you're responsible. You specialize. Maybe you're handling aircraft systems. Maybe you're working below deck with reactors, electronics, or weapon systems. Whatever it is, people rely on you now. Mistakes aren't corrected quietly anymore. They're remembered. You stand watch at 3 a.m., pitch black ocean. No land in sight, just radar screens and responsibility. A senior once told you, out here, boredom is dangerous, but overconfidence is worse. You start to understand what he meant, because one wrong decision here doesn't just affect you, it affects thousands. You're 24. Now you're training others. You know the systems. You know the routines. And more importantly, you know what goes wrong. You've seen equipment fail. You've seen alarms go off in the middle of the night. You've seen panic and how fast it spreads. So now you control it. You teach the new recruits how to think under pressure. Not react. Think. Because on this ship, hesitation is dangerous, but blind action is worse. You're no longer just doing the job. You're shaping how the job gets done. You're 27. Now you're leading a team. Not just tasks, people. Different personalities, different strengths, different weaknesses. And the truth hits you. Managing systems is easy. Managing people isn't. One of your team members freezes during a drill, just for a second, but you notice. Later, you pull him aside. You don't yell. You don't embarrass him. You correct him. Because out here, you don't get a second chance during a real emergency. Your decisions start to carry weight, not just for the mission, but for the people under you. You're 32. This is where everything changes. You're no longer just part of the system. You are the system. Chiefs run the ship. Officers may give orders, but chiefs make sure they actually work. You've seen years of deployments, storms that shook the ship, operations that never made the news, moments where everything could have gone wrong, but didn't, because someone made the right call at the right time. Now, that someone is you. You don't speak much, but when you do, people listen, because experience out here is earned, not given. You're 36. You're not just leading teams anymore. You're shaping entire departments. You see patterns others don't. Small issues before they become disasters. A loose protocol, a tired operator, a system that hasn't failed yet, but will. You correct things before they break, because prevention out here is everything. You've learned that the most dangerous moment on a ship is when everything feels normal. You're 40. You are the voice of the enlisted crew. Thousands of sailors, thousands of stories, thousands of problems and expectations. The captain listens to you because you understand the ship in a way no report ever could. You walk the decks. You talk to people. You notice things. Morale, fatigue, tension. Because a ship isn't just steel and machinery. It's people. And people are unpredictable. You're now on the other side, an officer. Your world changes instantly. Now you're making decisions, not just executing them. You're responsible for operations, strategy, and outcomes. A jet launch isn't just a task anymore. It's timing, coordination, risk, and consequence. You stand on the bridge, looking out over endless ocean. And you realize something most people never will. Power doesn't feel like control. It feels like pressure, because every decision you make ripples through the entire ship. You're 45. You command the aircraft carrier, one of the most powerful assets on Earth. 5,000 lives, billions of dollars in equipment, fighter jets, weapon systems, nuclear propulsion, all under your authority. You don't run. You don't rush. You decide. A situation develops. Unknown aircraft on radar. Closing distance. Fast. The room goes quiet. All eyes on you. You don't react emotionally. You assess. You calculate. You give the order. Because hesitation here could mean war. You're 50 plus. Now you don't command one ship. You command the entire strike group. Multiple ships, submarines, destroyers, aircraft squadrons. Everything moving as one coordinated force. You're no longer thinking in minutes. You're thinking in strategy, regions, politics, global impact. A single decision can shift balance, not just on the ocean, but in the world. You don't see the deck anymore. You see the map, and every move on it matters. You started at the bottom, scrubbing floors, following orders, learning how to survive. And you ended here, commanding fleets, making decisions that shape outcomes far beyond what you can see. But here's the truth. No one tells you. The power of an aircraft carrier isn't in its weapons, it's in its people. The quiet decisions, the discipline, the moments where nothing happens because someone did their job perfectly. Out here, silence isn't empty. It means everything is working. And in a world built on chaos, that might be the most powerful thing of all.